Hey guys, welcome to Surf and Show. I'm Noel Salas, and today's review is on a JS board called the Nitro. Now this is a stock board. It's 5'6" by 19¼ by 2 5/16. Liters of volume is 26.8. I'm 5'9" and 170 pounds. Sit back and enjoy the show. So the Nitro is a small wave board. This would be what we'd call a Groveler. I'd say it fits in the 1 to 3 foot range. And what makes a Groveler? A Groveler is the low rocker. And as you can see, this board's relatively flat. It's got low entry, it's got staged rocker here in the middle, which will help me carry through the flat mushy spots or sections. And then we have a low exit rocker. Now, it's pretty easy to make a board go fast down the line because you can keep it flat, but then what you sacrifice by not having rocker is the ability for the board to get on rail and surf top to bottom. And I think there's quite a few boards out there that have that tendency to want to go down the line and surf more cruisy and carvy. But this one I think is a great crossover. You can do both. It's progressive surfing for sure. So I liked it in and out of the pocket, and I felt like it was super fast. Now, speed doesn't just come by rocker. We also have to look at the concaves, and we've got a pretty aggressive single into a really aggressive double. And when we have a double concave like this going through the fins, it's gonna loosen the board up, which is key in small waves. And it's if it has any V at all, it's very, very slight. And I think when you get into small wave boards like this and they get wide, they usually have a lot of V to help roll rail to rail, and this one doesn't have that. And when I was looking at it, I'm thinking, will this thing struggle in those areas? And you know what? I think it's the perfect balance. It really goes rail to rail nice, and progressive pocket surfing, it'll do it. So let's have a look at the outline on this board. Every good Groveler should have its wide point front from center, so the bulk of your foam is under your chest, which will help with paddling. And you got the low entry rocker that will also help your paddling and get down the line fast. This board has both those features, which I think is key. So let's have a look at the rail on this board. It feels really good under my arm. It's not a real full rail. It's not a boxy rail. I think they tapered it real well, and they're hiding the volume and the foam to the middle of the board really, really well. But another thing I want to look at is on the tail, from about right here back, it gets really sharp. And it's a down rail. And with the down rail it'll grip the face of the wave so I can get good traction in my turns. And I really like that about it. So I think they nailed it on the tail. Let's have a look. It has the classic hip or bump, which is a great pivot point on a board. And it's not super wide, and I think when you have a nice pulled in tail, you can get that high performance surfing out of it. So now I want to talk about the construction of the board and the flex and how it felt. This is a polyurethane foam with a polyester resin. It has the carbon fusion strips over the stringer on both sides. And that's how they're manipulating and controlling flex. And it felt really good. I felt like it was loading really good in and out of turns. And it had that spring and flex. And I love polyurethane foam for just that reason. Now look, I rode this thing quite a bit. And I don't know if you can see it, but like the dents are very minimal. This board was made in Australia, so they're using an Australian blank. And I definitely felt like this board had some durability. It is a stock glass job, and I don't know what that looks like. But the durability was there, and it felt good under my feet. So I'm excited to talk about fins, and I tried a bunch of different setups. But I started with the Gabriel Medina signature fin, and I felt like it had good speed down the line, but it was a little stiff in the turn, so I wasn't getting the spring I was looking for. So I went to the Mick Fanning, and the Mick Fanning felt great. It has that rake that I like. It's pretty much my go-to fin, so I got the drive that I want off the bottom, and I can get my turns off the top. It felt really good. Then I thought, man, I wonder if this board will go good with a twin fin and a small trailer. I call this the 2+1, and the Mark Richard twin fins has a really big base, so I'm gonna maximize drive, and I'm gonna get the pivot from the small trailer in the back, and I also keep that tail from sliding out when I do turns. And I felt like it was getting that. I was getting down the line, getting around sections, and I was being able to do the turns I want to do, and it really freed up and loosened up the board. So that was super fun. For you quad guys, I thought, okay, we got to try it as a quad. So I went with the reactor, which is a more upright fin, and I did that on purpose. I'm looking to pivot faster because most of the time the quad gets me down the line fast, but I'm missing the ability to jam it in the pocket because it likes to come and be more rounded in my turns. But the reactor quad felt good too. So it really didn't matter what I put in this board. I felt like the board felt good under my feet with all of it, and each different setup changed the characteristic. Well guys, that's my review on the JS Nitro. The board's super fun. I hope you guys liked it. Special shout out thanks to the folks at JS for sending the board down for the review. Hey, if you like the show, subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram under Surf and Show. Take care. Bye-bye.
Looking into those shoes you're traveling in, look so good to me, oh, look so good to me. Well, I would wear them any day, and what I'd give just to say I'm in your shoes, I'm in your shoes. But from the outside, you, my friend, cannot see I'm hiding in these six shoes you see, oh, feel no good to me. Cause all I have ain't what I need, and there's one part that's killing me. I just can't get enough. I may look for, but fill me up on. From the outside looking into these shoes I'm hiding in, may look good to you, but feel no good to me. Can you help me please, cause all I have ain't what it seems. Where you're standing, you never know that this here boy has lost his soul, and I may sound crazy,